G'day guys, it is Monday morning here in Thailand. This is pretty much how most days start here, depending on how many times Layla wakes up during the night. I'll usually get up early, jump in the ice bath, have a quick little shower, and I'll get up with Layla maybe 5 or 6 o'clock and just give Mandy an extra hour of sleep, because she's the one who wakes up with Layla every time she needs to feed in the middle of the night. And sometimes that's only once, and sometimes it's twice, sometimes it's a little bit more. So I like to get up and come up here on the rooftop and just get a little bit of work done, check my emails. We actually had a really good weekend of not working at all. We didn't look at our computers even once. We went to our favourite beach club on Saturday and spent the whole day there with Layla. She was great. She went for a swim. It wasn't too hot. It was very crowded though. And then yesterday we had some friends over for lunch and watched a bit of UFC, which was awesome. And today it is Monday, and so I guess we're going to take you through what a typical day looks like for us here in Thailand. And I'll start with a very funny email I received from one of our subscribers. I'll read it out to you guys. So this email's from Troy, and he just says that it appears that we consented to being in an article from news.com.au, and he thought he'd share it with us in case we weren't aware. And I'll read the article out actually. The article's called "Why Young Aussies Are Fleeing the Country," and it's got a big picture of me and Mandy. And this is on news.com.au's website, as well as MSN, Yahoo. It's on a lot of Australian news websites. And the answer is yes, we did consent to this article. I basically got an email from a finance journalist a couple of weeks ago, who I guess was doing some research into the numbers of the cost of living in Australia, and apparently the amount of young Aussies that are leaving the country is increasing by 10% every year, and less Aussies who are overseas are coming back. So I mean, that might not seem like a big deal, but effectively what that means is Australia is losing its young population. And so he quotes us here and saying, despite running a business and working part-time on the side, the Byron Bay couple were struggling to get ahead with Australia's cost of living. He says the couple said they were trying to do the right things by settling down and working full-time, but they were unable to get ahead due to Australia being one of the more expensive places to live. In 2018, we were both working full-time and had saved up enough money to get a deposit for a 2-bedroom apartment on the Gold Coast. But I spoke to my boss and the mortgage broker, and they both told me it was a bad idea because there was basically going to be a downturn in my work, and we could just afford these mortgage payments as it was. So if I lost any of my work, or if Mandy lost any of her work, or if Mandy got pregnant, etc., we pretty much would have been screwed. And that's what we said in the article. The funny thing about the email is that Troy, shout out to Troy by the way, he asked us not to promote Thailand too much because all the Aussies will end up moving here and ruin it. And he wasn't being a dick about it or anything. I think he found the humor in it, and I find the humor in it too. To be completely clear, we're not telling anyone to do anything. We're not telling anyone to leave Australia. We're not telling anyone to move to Bali or Thailand or Mexico or wherever we've lived. We're really just showing that there is another way if you're struggling to make ends meet because of the cost of living and because of the hours you have to work, and you might feel trapped, but there is another way. There is a possibility to make an income online from anywhere. And while this cost of living crisis is going on, which I think is going to end, I think within a decade things will get better, but you can move somewhere and get ahead. You can start a family and be home to work with your family. I spend every single morning with my daughter Layla, and the two of us take care of her together. Although I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly Mandy. She's the mum. She's way better at it than me, but I'm here to help out whenever she needs. And that has made life so much easier for us. Plus the fact that if we ever want to go and visit family or friends, we can go anywhere we want and still be earning money online. Right now we're running 3 businesses. The YouTube channel, this is our main business. We also have a school community that we run. We do free live Q&As every Wednesday. We've got 100 people in that group right now, and it's going awesome. We've met some amazing people through that group, and we love it. We're building that. And then we have a startup that we're in the process of launching a product-based business with our business partner in Australia, which I can't talk too much about because we're literally like in the process of trademarking this product. We have a lot going on, but like still we get to spend every day with our daughter and together, and we work the hours that we want to work, and the amount of income we can generate isn't limited to how much our boss wants to pay us. And because we're living in a place like Thailand where we can really cut down on our expenses, we're able to start getting ahead a little bit. Hey? So I actually read this book just last week. Actually, I finished it, by Dan Martell, and it's called Buy Back Your Time. I've read a lot of business books since we started online business about 6 years ago, but this one really hit hard because it's all about freeing up your time from doing the small tasks that really could be outsourced to anyone else, so that you can focus on the big tasks, as well as just freeing up your time to be with your family and to rest, to I guess rest your brain a little bit. And so we actually hired our first virtual assistant a couple of weeks ago, and it's been amazing. Like, I delegate some of the tasks that pretty much anyone could do for our businesses, and it has been a massive change because I've been able to focus on things that actually grow our business, and I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't have to stay up late at night putting in the hours working while Mandy and Layla are sleeping, just so that I can keep up with all the tasks. So I'll leave a link for the book down below. It's called Buy Back Your Time. It's absolutely amazing, and that's the reason I'm able to get up and have coffee with my daughter at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm about to go to the gym. All I have to do is check a few things, send a few messages, fire off a couple of emails, maybe have a meeting, and honestly most of my work for the day is done. And I know that sounds crazy, it's a Monday and we just had a weekend off, but that's kind of how things are at the moment. Obviously you go through seasons where you're a lot busier than other times, but this virtual assistant for us has been an absolute game changer. Okay, so I guess it's pretty obvious why that journalist did reach out to us. This video we published in August, which was called Why We Left Australia, has almost 400,000 views, and it's getting like 5,000 views every single day. It's got about 15,000 likes on it. There's also 500 dislikes, so there's probably 500 people who are really annoyed at what we said in that video, but it seems to be resonating with a lot of people, and obviously that's why the journalist reached out to us to get our point of view. And I don't think we said anything in that video or that interview that was untrue or unfair. We just shared our experience like we always do, and if that resonates with people or if that turns people off, then it is what it is, sort of thing. Look at that. Crazy. We just got to our gym, which is Mojo Gym. I'm gonna have a workout, and you're just gonna chill out with Layla for now?
Yeah, if a treadmill becomes available, I'll take one, but she's my weight that I carry around everywhere.
So sometimes we just take turns in working out. One of us holds Layla. Sometimes the lady who works here at the gym holds her for us. Sometimes Mandy just straps her to her chest while she's on the treadmill or doing weights, which is awesome. But either way, we figure it out and we both get a workout in, and this gym's really cheap too. It's a pretty good gym. It's only about 890 baht for the whole month, unlimited, which is like 25 bucks US. Pretty bloody good, but it does get a little bit busy around this time of year, December, January.
I think that's all gyms at this time.
Yeah, I mean that's Hua Hin in general, or I guess Thailand in general. Now we'll go home, have some breakfast. I've got a meeting. I think Layla's gonna have a nap at home, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll go do something in Savo. Definitely need some fuel on the way home. We might run out at any minute. figured out if fuel's cheaper here than it is back home or not.
I feel like it changes too much to really know.
I'm just gonna take Bear for a walk. Bye. Let's go. Come on, Bear. Let's go. All right, so speaking of time saving, it is about 12 o'clock and I've already got all my work for the day done, which is in large part thanks to our virtual assistant. I don't know, managing my time, like getting up in the morning super early, and while I'm spending time with Layla, I'm scheduling things, I'm sending emails, organizing the day and the week. We're doing a road trip down south for a couple of weeks, and usually I'd be spending a lot of time researching places, figuring out, planning, but our assistant's helping us out with that, which is awesome. And speaking of saving time and money, if you're coming to Thailand, or pretty much if you're going anywhere, the best way to save time I have found is by getting an eSIM before you arrive to Thailand or wherever you're going. And if you're going to get an eSIM, we highly recommend Olafly. We've been using Olafly eSIMs for almost 3 years now, and they've never let us down even once. Olafly offers international eSIM cards for over 220 destinations worldwide, including Thailand. That means from the moment you land, you can stay connected and avoid these crazy roaming fees when you get back home. Their data packages are super flexible, ranging from 5 days to 90 days with unlimited data options. Whether you're settling in long term or just visiting for a few months, Olafly has you covered. And this is just a recent addition to Olafly, but they now offer hotspot capabilities in 217 destinations, with 202 of them offering unlimited data. So if you need to share your connection or stay online wherever you are, you've got the freedom to do it with Olafly. So pretty much what that means is there's no more stressing about buying an eSIM when you fly to a new country. You get off the plane, you just simply take your phone off airplane mode and it'll hook up to the local provider, and instantly you have service and you can use the internet, which means getting a taxi, using Google Translate, figuring out where your hotel is, making calls through WhatsApp or whatever you need to do. You can do it straight away. So whether you're traveling to Thailand or pretty much anywhere for that matter, and you want to use an Olafly eSIM, hit the link down below and don't forget to use code Lloyd and Mandy for an extra 5% off at checkout. Thanks guys, and thank you Olafly for supporting us and this channel for almost 3 years now on our journeys. Bear just loves having a sniff around. Sniff absolutely anything. Hey? He does stress me out a little bit sometimes when he's off leash, because he doesn't seem to have any awareness of like scooters and cars. He'll just run out onto the road with no thought of consequences. So sometimes I have to put him on a leash, but I try not to most of the time. So I think Lila's just gonna have her usual midday nap for an hour or two, whatever, and then we're gonna go for a drive and check out this new cafe our friends told us about. It's about a 20-minute drive up towards the mountains near the winery, so that should be good. We'll take the camera with us and show you guys around. So another way we figured out how to save ourselves time and money actually is ordering breakfast from Grab. Like, Bear, do you have to do that now? You done? So for a long time we were going to the grocery store and getting groceries and cooking our own breakfast. Bear. Which was fine, but it's actually a little bit more expensive and it was taking up a lot more time for us. So now we've started ordering our breakfast from Grab, and we found a couple of places that do like a really decent breakfast. This is a rice with holy basil pork, which is like minced pork with herbs and stuff, an omelette and fruit, and it's 100 baht delivered, which is like, I don't know, $4 Australian, $3 US. And it saves us the time we have to go shopping, or like the time to cook and prep our breakfast. and then like clean everything up with the dishes. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're running a business or a few businesses and you have a baby and a dog, it's a really good time saver. And so we used to feel guilty for ordering out too much, but now we've said stuff it, we're just going to do it because it saves us time and money, and it's good healthy food anyway.
This is just like a hustle phase that we're going through as well. Like we don't do this all the time. When we show day in the lives, like right now we're in a hustle phase, but like if we weren't in a hustle phase, I probably would be cooking us 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day or whatever. But just different phases call for different things, and this has been like taking a huge load off of my plate, not having to cook every meal.
Yeah, or even like yesterday was Sunday. We spent the day at home watching the UFC. We had some friends over, and Mandy made a big platter of food because we still enjoy cooking, but when we've got stuff to do for the day, this just like saves like an hour, it feels like.
Yeah, and when you're cooking the same thing every day too, it's not as exciting as cooking like a new meal or something. One place that we will recommend here in Hua Hin is a place called Healthy Cafe. They cook with all coconut oil, so you don't have to worry about the seed oils or anything like that. Yeah, we order breakfast from there quite often. Yeah!
Are we tonight? Will you stay for good? Are you from the past life? Feel alive. I've known you before. Electric blue. Who am I?
All right, we just drove out to the chocolate house, which is it's actually called Phu Wichit Farm, and it's about 30 minutes drive outside of Hua Hin, and this is like a cacao farm. They sell all types of chocolate, iced chocolate, hot chocolate, chocolate bars, pretty much anything you can think of chocolate related. They grow it all here with the cacao, as you can see. Everything's homemade. They do chocolate ice cream, and they've also got these cool cactuses. I think we're going to take a cactus home. I really want one for the office / studio. There's no plants surviving there, it's too hot. Thanks to Chad and Kath for recommending this joint, it's pretty cool. It's here, cacti I guess. They grow these all here. This place is huge, and it's just full of cacao plants. Something going on back here, I don't know what, but actually I don't even know if I'm supposed to be walking back here. Anyway, I'll show you guys the menu and what they sell here. Whoa, got the dark rum flavour. Delicious. What? I think it's real rum. Tastes like, you know, that rum and raisin dark chocolate? Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, we're actually on the hunt for a cactus for Lloyd's office because it's a bit too hot in there, and all the other plants that we've put in there have almost died. We've had to get them out. There's so many different cactuses here. I've never seen this many colors of them. They're so cool. They're a bit small. We want something quite big.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they grow or if that's just as big as they get.
Do you want one of those ones?
It just looks like a dick.
Sounds like there's some sort of party or something going on.
So this is all the cacao.
Yeah, very cool.
How you going, Layla?
She's a bit warm. It's getting a bit warm out here.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool time of year. It's been like low 20s. I think it dropped down to 16 in Bangkok the other day, and there was a big news report about how it's the coldest day on record for like decades. Everyone was walking around with jackets on and stuff. It's pretty funny.
The drive out here is so nice. The countryside around here is just incredible. There's so many like pineapple farms and just jackfruit farms. I saw a bunch of jackfruit trees on the way here. Just so much nature. I love it.
Okay, this is a cacao juice soda. Just tastes like a kind of like a lemon soda or something.
Really?
It's refreshing. Cacao juice.
I want to try. Stop hugging it. You're gonna hog it all. Yeah, it's really nice.
Really nice. And we got a big block of 75% dark chocolate because we love dark chocolate. How long's that going to last?
How big's it?
Pretty
Oh,
big.
it feels pretty big.
It's huge.
One day.
So if you do want to come out here, it's basically on the way back from the Monsoon Valley Winery, which is, I talked about it in a previous video. I took my mum there. Highly recommend. It's a good little stopover and it's a nice drive out here as well. Really scenic countryside. Okay, we just stopped off on the way home at Rajabhakti, is that how you say it?
We never know.
Rajabhakti Park, which is just outside of Hua Hin, and it's like, it kind of feels like an army barracks. There's these massive statues.
They're so beautiful, like the most beautiful statues I've ever seen. They're huge.
There's tours you can do here, but we just drove in and everyone was smiling, but we're not sure if we're supposed to be here or not. There's about 1,000 young men, it looks like, just all sitting down. Looks like they're meditating in uniform. We have no idea what's going on. We're gonna go have a look at these statues and hopefully not get into trouble or anything. I think we're okay.
There's other tourists here right now, so we think it's okay, but yeah, it looks like they're sitting cross-legged on the concrete, meditating, staring at the statues, and it looks like there's other people fighting with swords as well. So let's go see what it's all about.
Yeah, we drove in and everyone just smiled and waved in army uniforms. Like we didn't have to pay or anything, so I don't know. I think we're all good. Let's check it out. Yeah, there's sword fighting. Like, this feels like some ancient warrior stuff.
The big camera just died as I was trying to get footage of these beautiful statues. Unfortunately, hopefully we got something. It would be so cool to fly the drone here, but I don't think it's appropriate with the military training.
We'll get shot down.
Yeah. We might get sworded because they're fighting with swords right now. I love those birds. There's so many of them around here.
Can you go upstairs, Ben? Good boy. Alright guys, that's it for today. Cheers for watching. We hope this gave you a little bit of an insight of what it's like living in Thailand. Obviously some days are a little bit more quiet than others. Some days are more hectic. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful at all, please hit the like and subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Alright, one last thing before we go. Check out this sunset from our rooftop.
Someplace for safety I could go